Okay, so welcome back to a pair of idiot gamers. I'm AC Skywalker, and this is
Hey, it's me, Chris the Wiz, back at it again. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I mean, I went for a walk today. It was 45 minutes of listening to audiobooks. It was bliss. Pure bliss. I love reading audiobooks. They're great.
What's your favorite one, or what's one that you've been listening to like right now?
Well, my my favorite audiobook is probably hilariously
Star
my
Wars?
Terry Pratchett book. No,
Oh.
it's a Terry Pratchett book.
Oh yeah, Terry Pratchett's cool.
Terry Pratchett's an amazing author, one of my favorites. But my favorite audiobook of all time is probably Guards, which is the first book for the Sam Vimes kind of storyline within Discworld. My current one, though, is a High Republic book.
And what's the High Republic for people that are listening right now?
So it's like just before the Acolyte. So as you're releasing this, the Acolyte is the Disney Plus show that's coming out that's like 100-ish years before Phantom Menace. This is 100-ish year. Well, it's more like 80-something years before the Acolyte. So this is like the Jedi in their prime doing Jedi things,
Mm-hmm.
Jedi-ly.
And is this in the same time period as KOTOR?
No, way after.
So, like on the Star Wars timeline, which is like the earliest? KOTOR, right? Or is it something else?
The Dawn of the Jedi. So there is an era before the Old Republic, which is kind of just shows the origin of the Jedi
Mm-hmm.
and the Rakuten Empire, which is a whole nother thing. KOTOR talks about the Rakuten Empire. You even meet their like descendants after they've lost everything. So
And what
yeah,
happened? What happened to that empire? They just like
Force users.
ah.
Light side Force users, because the Rakutans, they were all dark side users, and they had a rebellion that popped up in the middle of all their bullshit, and kind of pushed them back to their home planet, and it's like, you guys can stay there.
Wait, so it was one species, and then one half was light side, and one half was like dark side.
No,
It was all.
they enslaved every other species in the galaxy,
Oh damn!
and they also managed to genetically create some of the species we know. Like, Twi'leks were created by them. Like, they genetically manipulated the people of Ryloth into becoming Twi'leks.
Oh, okay, like some creationist stuff.
Yeah.
That's giving me flashbacks to that one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they find out that every single race in the Star Trek universe has been like created from one singular species, or by one singular species after like a whole. Well, you gotta go to this planet, do this puzzle, do this map stuff. It's crazy.
That does also... Halo has it too, you know.
Really,
Where
I'm not
so
really into
humans-
Halo, so I wouldn't really know.
The Halo lore is super weird because it's kind of like the humans were created millions of years before Earth. Before Earth, right?
Hmm?
Then they got sent. Then they kind of... There was this whole weird thing with the original creators. And then they, like, erased the memories of the entire species and, like, reset them to, like, restart. It was a whole weird thing. Halo's lore is fucking wild, dude. And I can't even remember half of it. This is just shit I half remember. Just saying.
I just know that there's the Covenant, the humans, there's the Flood, and then I think that's it.
Okay, so the Covenant's a faction, but it's not a species.
Yeah, I know
made
that
up of, like,
they're
5
called like the
species.
Sangheli, I think, or the Sangheli,
I believe so. I think that's the elites. That's what they're called.
and then you have like the Grunts that are their own like alien species that I can't really remember. And then you have
Me
the
too.
Jackals.
The Jackals and stuff. I do actually kind of want to do one of these on Halo because the lore is just hilarious. And like just go into like video game lore that's completely insane because there is some insane lore.
I would be down for that, but after we play through the Halo games.
Also, fun fact: I've been booked to play Halo with Saber as of tomorrow.
Which
it's gonna
one?
Be insane. The entire Master Chief collection.
Oh man.
It's gonna be insane, dude, because I've been trying to play through those on heroic, so the second hardest difficulty.
Why
I
do
got
you
stuck on a bridge?
Why
I got
do
stuck
you
on a bridge for 3 days?
Why do you just like love torturing yourself? Why not just
like
play it on
proving
normal?
Because I like proving I'm good at something, man.
Well, why don't you play through it already and then play through it again on like hard?
Why do you play through the Elden Ring DLC?
Well, the Elden Ring DLC doesn't have a difficulty slider. If it did, I'd put it on easy.
Yeah, but you did decide to torture yourself by playing it.
I mean, okay, there's one difference between going into like an Elden Ring FromSoft game knowing it's going to be really hard and then manually making it harder for yourself by putting it on the hard, like one of the hardest difficulties.
To be fair, it's not that hard if you just keep track of your ammo.
Dude, you told me you got stuck on a bridge.
I did get stuck on a bridge, but that's because I wasn't paying attention to my ammo, and I went onto a bridge, which is it's a choke point thing we have to get across the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I went into it with a pistol and 30 rounds left in my rifle. The rifle's the only way to get rid of the elite's shields. I had nothing to do. I killed one elite and then I get killed by the other one because I couldn't kill his fucking shield. Eventually I managed to trick them and just throw grenades until everyone died, but I got lucky.
And you said which Halo was this? The first one?
This is Combat Evolved, the original.
Oh, okay. So, what else have you been playing?
I've been playing a bunch of stuff. I've been playing a lot of Magic Arena because I'm just like that. I'm dumb.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I've been playing. I play a bit of Tekken every now and then. I still love playing Tekken 7. It's fun. I haven't got 8. I haven't got money for 8. You guys want to donate? If you guys are listening to this and you want to donate to us, give one of us Tekken 8, and we can force Chris to play it. It'll be very funny. He will love it once he gets into it.
Dude, I don't even know if my computer could handle Tekken 8. Is it like crossplay? Like if I got it like on console, would I be able to play with it for with you guys on PC? These are questions that need answered. But what else have you been up to besides like gaming? Anything interesting of note?
Mostly just watching series and like a lot of streaming.
So what have you been watching?
Here's the funniest part. Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry? Tom and Jerry is pretty good. You've been watching like the old episodes or like some of the newer stuff?
Oh, both.
Both? Okay. There was one Tom and Jerry episode that I really remember. I don't know as a matter of fact, I don't know if it was Tom and Jerry or it was like one of like a short, but it was like it had like the big dog and like the little cat that would lay on his back. And
that's a Disney thing.
Oh.
That's a Disney short. I can't remember the characters' names, but
wait, was it Disney? I don't remember it being Disney because
it could have been Warner Brothers, so it could have been related to Sylvester and Tweety. It could have been one of those ones where Sylvester. I think it was actually a Looney Tune.
Probably because the whole plot of that one is the big dog is friends with like the little kitten, and then the dog thinks the kitten's been made into a cookie. And then the dog gets all sad and cries and puts like the cookie kitten on his back, but then the actual cat comes out and he's like all happy and crying and stuff.
That sounds like a Looney Tune though.
Yeah, it does. So what have you been streaming?
Yakuza. I've been streaming fucking Yakuza Like a Dragon, and it's fucking great. I've been enjoying that shit, man.
So you've been playing through the whole Yakuza series on stream, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
I think it's great. I've been enjoying it, although it kind of was like 0 was good, 1 was really
0's really good.
2 was great. 3 was a decline. 4 was okay.
Dude, 3 is awesome. If you can If you can get past, it, like how like enemies always are blocking in 3, then the story is really good in 3.
The combat wasn't bad in 3. Okay, see, the story was fine, but I was put off because the gameplay was so bad in Okay, I will say, part of the reason I thought it was fucking awful is because it was basically the original version of the gameplay, and I'd been playing Kiwami, Kiwami 1 and 2, so it was like going back in time 30 years.
Yeah.
In terms of quality, so I was like, oh, everything just controls so fucking good, and then I went to 3, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is dog shit.
Dude, yeah. I started with 0 and then made my way up, and then after Kiwami 2, I played 3 and I was like, oh wow, this is really like a PS3 game. Like, look at those models. Like, the beginning cutscene is Kiryu fishing a fish out of the ocean with his bare hands, and you can see like the water textures and all the graphics and how dated it looks.
It's so janky. It's so fucking funny though.
But it's funny. That whole like 3 through 5 is probably like my favorite Kiryu model. I don't really like Yakuza, like Kiwami 2, 6, 7 Kiryu's model. I liked him like when he was more had more expressions.
I don't know. In 6 he was quite expressive. He just seemed really grumpy.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I will say this. In 6, he has every right to be fucking grumpy as shit the entire time.
Yeah. His daughter's like in a coma. He has to look after his daughter's kid. He finds out
he finds out he has a grandson. Then he has to find out who the father of his grandson is. Then
punches him through a wall.
Then he has to find, like, and then half the fucking mafia starts trying to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
So the Chinese mafia starts trying to kill him. The local yakuza start trying to kill him. The some random dude in government starts trying to kill him because he revealed a ship that I guarantee no one in the rest of the world would give a flying fuck about, because they're like,
well, I don't know about that.
The guns on that thing would be so outdated that an American destroyer would destroy it in seconds, because they'd be like, bro, we just shoot you a fucking torpedo, a modern torpedo, and it's fucked.
It's not because it'd be like not like a threat. It's because they would go off. They would go off on their promise not to have any battleships. So if they went off on that promise, who knows what other battleships they would have? That's and I think that took place after Hiroshima and Nagasaki, like the whole thing, or after Pearl Harbor.
So they started building it, from what I remember of the game, because I played it fairly recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I remember, they started building it almost immediately after the Yamato sank. The one that historically was the biggest ship ever built, right?
Mm.
They built it almost directly after it got sank during World War II, right? Which, if I remember correctly, was before Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So they still built it in a time when they started building it in a time when it was acceptable to build, if that makes sense. Where they were supposed to be building it because they needed to build up their navy again, and they didn't finish in time because they tried to build something too fucking big in too little time, and it didn't work according to the game's thing. And then they just hid it in the most complicated hiding spot I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that whole reveal is just a battleship. Like, was really,
You watch it, and you're like,
oh, that's it.
Who the fuck designed this thing?
I'm surprised that there was like no fight on it, just like in the docks.
Mm.
That was one thing I was looking, like I was guessing it was gonna happen.
Also, the fight against the last boss was so fucking hilariously bad because it was piss easy. Like,
oh, little baby Iwami.
Yeah, the guy with the glass. He's like, he builds himself up so much. He's like, huh, and Kiryu's like, Jesus Christ, you're holding my daughter hostage. You think you're a strong man? You need to hold my fucking daughter hostage. I will beat the piss out of you.
Dude, it's so funny.
The guys arrive and he's like, this is a man who's been beaten half to death, and he's like, oh, she's not under threat anymore. Okay, get fucked.
Dude, it's so funny how little of a threat Iwami is that to Kiryu that when the mission thing comes up and you like look at it in the pause menu, Kiryu literally thinks like this man means nothing to me.
I love that. I love the savagery of him just being like, I could not give less of a fuck about this fucking child.
Yeah.
He's an antiquated little turd who doesn't actually understand what the fuck's going on. So he gets the shit kicked out of him.
So, what have you been thinking about Like a Dragon so far?
I've actually been enjoying it. I like Ichiban. He did wake up and instantaneously get screwed.
Yeah.
But, I can't fault Ichiban for that. That's not his fault.
He's just like, he's just so nice.
He's so nice, and I'm like, why is everyone such a fucking asshole to him? That's so unnecessary.
Oh, they're Yakuza, so they're like naturally assholes. Except like for Kiryu.
It's like, yeah, but then you get Majima, who's weird.
Majima can be an asshole sometimes.
No, but you see, the thing that Majima's my personal favorite character in the whole thing, but he's also the most complicated character in the whole of the Yakuza.
Oh
series.
yeah, dude. Especially with Zero, and then you get it into like I think it's 5 or 4, where it turns out that he had a wife, and then she decided to get an abortion, and then he left her.
Yeah, but it was also like,
oh, because she was okay. For context, she was an idol, and Japanese idols are like super like held under scrutiny. Like if they do one bad thing, they're like basically fucked for the rest of their career.
Yeah.
So if it came out that she had like a kid, she would like that would not go well for her.
It was so dumb. I do remember that being like, holy shit, Majima's the. Why the fuck did Majima not turn up in this fucking game more? He should have been like. I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, Majima should have been way more fucking involved in 5.
I think though he only has like one part, and it's just his voice when I think Haruka is looking at the letter that Majima wrote to his ex-wife, and it does like a voiceover with Majima's voice, and that's it.
I'm still convinced he actually loved her and like.
Yeah.
Because I love Majima. He's such a weird dude, and he's so. But then also in those games, I have to deal with fucking. Saejima. I fucking hate Saejima.
You only hate him because of that one part in 4 with Haruka.
Yes, but like.
That's the only reason why you hate him.
14. She was fucking 14.
Yes, I know it's bad. That's the only reason you hate him.
That's fucking bad.
Like if Saejima saved like a whole bus full of kids and he turned out like he was actually like a really good guy, you would still like, oh, I hate that dude. He's such a shit person.
Bruh, but also I just don't like playing as him. He's really fucking irritating to play as.
Honestly, out of 4, him and then Akiyama were like my favorites to play as.
Akiyama was my favorite by far because he's just so fucking cracked, dude.
I don't know. I hated Tanemura playing as him. He was like not really my favorite.
Tanemura was the guy who made zero impact on me, apparently. I have no memory of who the fuck he is.
He was the cop dude, the Perry guy.
Oh. I remember being annoyed at the end of the game because his block system was fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, his boss fight at the end of the game was really bad. It reminded me so much of at the end of Kiwami, where you have to fight on the Millennium Tower, and you have to fight those two SWAT guys or whatever, and they keep on like coming back to life.
Two SWAT guys. No, his was worse. You don't fight 2 SWAT guys.
Yeah, you fight like 6.
You fight the entire SWAT team from Tokyo. All of them, all at once. It is so goddamn irritating.
Oh, right, yeah.
You fight like an army, and you're like, I'm one fucking dude who's a mildly dodgy cop, but I'm fighting.
Oh, Chewie.
No.
If you guys don't know, that's Chewie, AC's dog. Reason why they named him Chewie is because he looks like Chewbacca, but he doesn't really.
No,
He's
he
a-
does talk like him.
Yeah, you could
He was
tell.
born on, and he was born May 4th.
Oh,
And I'm not kidding, he was genuinely born May 4th.
oh man.
Like we know when he was born because his parents were Lindy's mom's neighbor's dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, so they knew when they were born. And we asked, we were like, holy shit.
So, I know that you've been like complaining about Like a Dragon since you've been mostly doing, you've been playing it and you've just been stuck in cutscenes, right?
2 hours. Okay, my first two streams. First stream, 2 hours of gameplay, or playing the game. Right? I'm not gonna say gameplay. I think I had like half an hour of gameplay. The rest was cutscenes. Just going on and on and on and on and on. It was also really weird playing it because the first chapter takes place like just before Kiryu is released from prison in the first game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh. This is what this random little bit was like. And then Ichiban comes out and has no fucking knowledge of any of the shit that happened.
Yeah. He's just, because okay, if you guys don't know, Ichiban took the fall for someone, from another Yakuza member, killing someone. And I forgot how many years Ichiban was sent. I know that he got sent New Year's 1999 to 2000, and then when he comes out it's like 2021 or 22.
It's 2020.
2020.
No, I think it might have been 2021.
Because
When
I
did the game
know
he came out the same year the game came out.
because I know that there's like a whole cutscene of him coming back to Kamurocho and he's looking at everyone and he's like amazed that everyone has like e-cigarettes and has like phones, like smartphones, and he's
And
like,
literally,
what is going
literally
on?
literally nothing he remembers being there is everything's gone. And he's just like,
Well, the
where
smoke
are
store
those people?
that he used to go to is still there, and then
this is run by someone completely
the
different.
bar with that lady that smoked and
It's a
drank a
health
lot is still
bar.
there.
It's not a bar anymore though. It's like a health.
It's
food.
it's like a health thing, but Shangri-La is like completely like screwed over because Majima drove into it with a truck.
Didn't it get blown up as well at one
Yeah,
point? Shangri-La got like, it got rammed with a truck. It got blown up. It got abused a little bit.
so if you guys don't know, Shangri-La was a soap land
I
that
think so.
Ichiban grew up in the game. I don't know exactly what a soap land is, but I'm pretty sure it's like something to do with prostitution.
It's kind of
Like a
kind of
brothel?
like a spa. No, it's just like a weird spa.
Oh,
You go for like a bath and then workmen like. You're not supposed to have sexual contact, but they kind of like wash you with their bodies.
oh,
Use their
that
breasts to do
okay.
stuff. Yeah, it's kind of. It's weird.
But yeah, there's like a whole like scene of like Ichiban going through like the old spots that he used to know, and when they goes to Shangri-La, he notices like it's all run down and like destroyed and stuff, and then someone comes up to him and says, "Oh yeah, some idiot ran a truck into like Shangri-La a long time ago, and now it's like mostly abandoned." Apart from like people that live in it, like homeless people and like gangsters and stuff.
Yakuza kind of took it over.
Yeah. I
how-
still wish that you played Like a Dragon Gaiden before Like a Dragon, because it goes straight into Like a Dragon.
Yeah, I've heard it's better to play it the other way around because then you kind of get like the hints of it dropped of what's going on, and then when you actually go and play Gaiden, it kind of feels like this big reveal as you go.
Yeah, it could honestly be done both ways with that because I played it after Like a Dragon. And I was like, "Oh, wait, this is that place. Oh, this is that place. Oh, they're mentioning that character."
You're also like, oh, so that's why that's happening. And shit
Yeah.
Like that.
Plus it's like
It
the
does
last Kiryu game that has like beat 'em up combat before it goes into turn-based with infinite wealth.
But the turn-based is actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
Okay, so my week, Elden Ring DLC came out. I think it was last Thursday or Friday. I just started playing it yesterday. I streamed a little bit of it. It kicked my ass a lot, especially the dancing lion boss. And I decided I was gonna end up playing it off stream. But so far it's super good. The map is really huge too. I was watching some other streamer friend, Stella, play it, and there's like so much to the map. Right now, I just unlocked a martial arts weapon called, just like I forgot the name actually, but it's like lets you do hand-to-hand combat with like martial arts moves, and it's like super cool. And then I think the same week that Elden Ring came out, I played a game called Still Wakes the Deep. It's basically think of The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing on an oil rig, but everyone's Scottish, so AC should really understand.
Scottish. It's going back there. You didn't understand a single fucking thing, do you?
Yes, I didn't. I didn't understand a single thing, and it's funny. It's funny because I had subtitles on, right, like with every game I play, and the things that they would say in Scottish would not like translate into like the subtitles. So they'd say something in Scottish, and it wouldn't be like a one-to-one like subtitle like caption thing. It would be like what they say in Scottish and like translated to like English into the subtitles. So so it's like they're talking about like stuff like brekkie and like lecky, which like brekkie is obviously breakfast because I've seen like a bit of Bluey, and like lecky is like electrician, like stuff like that. It's so good. I beat it like in like 3.5 hours. It's really good. It's like free. It's free on Game Pass right now. So if any of you guys listening to this are like interested, it's really good.
Oh, also, I just remember another game I've been playing recently. It's called Redout 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like it's a racing game, but you basically play as like a starfighter. It's just like a starfighter racing game. It's really fun.
So like,
I say starfighter, it's closer to like pod racing.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like pod racing, like the from Phantom Menace.
I also have that game, and I've been playing that as well.
Oh man,
pod racing game, which was a thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, so I have Epic Games just for like free games.
Mm-hmm.
I let Trip use it because they give you free games. I'm like, I'm gonna use them. Midnight Suns was free, and I still don't know what fucking gameplay this goddamn game has.
So I've played. You're talking about Marvel Midnight Suns, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
So Midnight Suns is like XCOM but with cards. So also it also has like some like Persona 5 elements. So you play Persona 5, right? Or like any of the Persona games?
I've only played Persona 3 or 4.
Okay, so that's basically the same thing.
Okay.
So you can pick, you can set yourself up with a team. Like, say you want to get like Spider-Man, Blade, and like Iron Man on a mission, or I think there's only like 3 to a mission. There's your character, then like the other 2 Marvel characters, or you can just go like with 3 Marvel characters. So you go into like a battle, and then you get cards, and those cards, like say you do like one attack, and you pick the card, and then you attack someone with the card that you picked. It's actually really fun. It's like kind of a little bit of deck building. You can get you can upgrade like your cards, but they take like more resources, and like the stronger cards take more resources like to do. It's really fun, and you can build like your bonds with like the characters. You talk to them, and they reference stuff like in the comics. So like if you talk to Spider-Man, he references like, oh, like I got like the symbiote stuck on me, like this alien symbiote, and it messed with my personality, and there's DLC that adds Venom and stuff, and you fight Venom, but he's like possessed like by demons and stuff. That's like the whole basis of the story, is like they're trying to resurrect like a demon lady that was like super strong in the past. But I might have butchered like the gameplay, but I really suggest you play it, AC. It's really, really fun.
Okay, I got it because I got it on free on Epic, so I'm like, should I? I'll see.
Yeah.
I have some other shit I need to finish first. Obviously, I need to finish all the Halo games. Well, Halo Reach through to 4. Because that's chronological order, because Reach, Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4. And then, like, Halo Infinite. According to my friend, who's one of my buddies, who's like a giant Halo fan, he's like, 5 doesn't exist. Skip to Infinite.
That's
like,
what everyone. That's what everyone says. Halo 5 just doesn't exist. And is Halo 5 and Halo 5 Guardians the same thing, or is that different?
They're linked. I think they're part of the same game and storyline.
Because I know for Halo 5 Guardians, you play as a guy and he's trying to go after Master Chief.
Yeah.
And then I think they add like a new alien race.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in it story-wise that people are like, that's stupid as fuck.
But
like, they just butchered Master Chief and like his actual motivations for shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really suggest you play Midnight Suns. It's really good. It introduces a lot of like new characters. Like there's a new Ghost Rider that I didn't really know about named Robbie Reyes, and
I know Robbie Reyes. He's
instead of a motorcycle like Johnny Blaze, he just rides a Camaro car that like catches on fire.
Yeah, he was the Ghost Rider who appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
The same rider.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 5th rider, I believe, who's ever appeared in Marvel Comics, like, or at least like 5th main rider who's appeared.
Yeah, the only one I know is Johnny Blaze and then Robbie Reyes. And in the comics, Robbie Reyes isn't really like a Ghost Rider. His uncle was like a satanist like cults person, and it basically cursed Robbie Reyes. And I think later maybe the Spirit of Vengeance gets bonded to him. I'm not too sure. I haven't kept up with the comics.
That's fair.
Let's see. What else did I get up to? I watched a analog horror horror in quotations.
Why is
called
it quotations?
Because it's not really an analog horror. It's like well, it's hard to explain. But I'll get into it. It's called Angel Hair. It's about a man named Jonah who watched a children's animated show, and finds out that the show's character named Angel Gabby has been talking to him when he was a kid through the show. So the premise is basically that he sees the animated show like at a thrift store. He picks it up, and then he watches like the actual like on air VHS tapes, and he realizes, wait, this is different from what I remember. And then he goes to his house and like rummages through his attic and finds like the VHS copies that he watched when he was a kid, and he finds out that the character in the show, which is an angel that's like a rabbit, has been talking to him when he was a little kid, like helping him with stuff. And then he's like every like tape he's remembers something else. And And it turns out, like, when he was little, his dad was physically abusive to him, and Angel Gabby was helping him through it. Like there was one tape where the Angel Gabby taught him how to disassemble a gun that his dad basically left out in the open and put it someplace else. And there was one where they were talking about like the God's armor, which is basically a real thing, I guess, in like the Bible. And it ends with Angel Gabby saying, "I hope that you don't have to pick up a weapon to defend yourself, Jonah. But as your guardian angel, I'll always be ready." And eventually, Jonah streams an episode on Twitch, and to his surprise, Angel Gabby is there on the episode that he's streaming, and they reunite, which is really, really sweet. It doesn't go like your typical like Mandela catalog with the tapes and stuff. It actually goes like a really sweet route where you think that the Angel Gabby's like super evil, but she's just been there for Jonah since he was a kid, as he had to go through like that really tough time in his life. It actually made me tear up and almost cry a little bit at some points because it was so sweet.
That's fair.
So yeah, Angel Hair, really good. Apparently they I just got into it because I saw Wendigoon react to it and watch it. But apparently they had plushies in the past, like a couple months ago, and I wanted to get one because I really like the series so much, but they've all sold out. They're not available anymore. But apparently, they're gonna restock soon, so I'm definitely gonna snag a plush when they become available.
No, that's a good
It's
idea.
super, super, super sweet. All right, you ready to move on to the news?
Yeah, let's go with the news.
All right,
News
so
we got today.
we since AC had to end the recording
Yeah,
rather
and
early.
Last time's
Yeah.
early.
We'll go ahead and pick up where we last left off with Star Wars Outlaws, which is a Star Wars game that AC and I are looking forward to.
Well,
I saw the
might have
gameplay of
to
it.
play it.
Looks pretty cool. Some
I am slightly skeptical because of Ubisoft.
yeah.
Ubisoft is involved, so now I'm like, did they actually do anything with this? Are they being fucking lazy fucks? And just
But,
put a Star
th-
Wars skin on Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. There's some little points that I've written down.
Mhm.
There's space combat. Space dogfighting looks like a mix of Battlefront mixed with War Thunder, which is pretty cool.
It could be cool.
In the gameplay that I saw, you're able to like help other
Smugglers and
ships,
stuff.
other
Yeah.
ships like that are being attacked by like raiders and stuff, and they thank you. There's like a reputation system, so like there's like the spice traders on Tatooine. I forgot their names.
The smugglers. Are you talking about the Hutts, or are you talking about like just in general the spice cartels?
So you remember in Book of Boba Fett that Boba Fett goes to talk with like the
Oh, yeah. But so
it's
At the
not it's
time,
not
if-
like the Hutts. It's like the aliens that
you're thinking
always
of the
cover their
Pikes. You're thinking of
faces?
the Pikes.
yeah the
Yeah,
Pikes.
you think of the Pikes. The Pikes wouldn't be the ones in charge of Tatooine because the Hutts control Tatooine, and if it's set during the original movies or before the original films, Jabba's still there, which means
Yeah.
they still control Tatooine, and there's no chance in hell the Pikes will have a footing there because Jabba would fucking kill them.
Yeah.
The gangsters do not fuck around in Star Wars. It's really funny, like how vicious they are.
So I just know that there's a reputation system. Obviously, there's Jabba the Hutt's there, so you can have like a reputation with the Hutts, and like various other syndicates. Like I'm pretty sure the Pikes would be there,
Black
but not
Sun,
like
the
not
Pikes.
set up on Tatooine.
No, but they will be. They will. they will be around doing their fucking
Yeah.
bullshit, and then there'll be the Black Sun, and there's a few other syndicates, and potentially Crimson Dawn just fucking lurking around in the background, being like, mole, mole.
One thing that I noticed is when the main character gets their ship and goes into Tatooine, it's not like loading screen, go to orbit, and then just go on the planet. You actually can like fly down onto the planet, and there's like an artificial loading screen where like the where there's a bunch of like cloud covering, and then it just goes into like the city, which was pretty interesting to me. And then
That
when
sounds cool.
when
That's
she
good to
went
know.
onto the city, the Empire's still there. So it made me think it's probably set during the original movies, like 1, 2, or 3. Oh, not 1, 2, and 3, but 3, 4, and 5. The Empire's still there, and we even see one Imperial stormtrooper like on the back of like what is it? One of the lizard monsters.
Yeah, I know which ones you mean. My brain has not remembered what to call.
There's land speeder traversal that looked interesting, and scouting enemy areas with binoculars. It's basically the same thing like in Far Cry. You can track the targets and stuff. She has like a little alien pet that she has named Nyx, that can go that she can go send to like go attack enemies, distract them, or like pulse, like to find them through walls, like stuff like that. There's various settings that you can set with the blaster. So you can like use a stun setting if you want to go non-lethal. There's one setting that I saw that the Imperial heavy troopers have like the shield attached to their miniguns that she could use to like disable the shield to actually like attack them, which is interesting. There's a lockpicking minigame that looked really weird to me. Different blaster ammos for like different enemies, and they have a card game.
Of course they do. You can't go into a Star Wars game as a smuggler and not be able to play Sabak.
So the thing with me, like my reaction is I hate card games and in video games because they're always, be it like fucking Yakuza with like the so many mini games like the Mahjong, or what other mini games like card game related that they have. It's just like it's always like tough for me to understand it, and basically holds like no significance to it. I mean, there's probably going to be like achievements and stuff tied to it, but no, I'm not going to be playing it. There's probably going to be a tutorial like in the beginning of the game, like, oh, here's like Sabak, here's how you play it. It's like this whole scripted thing. I'm like, do you want to keep playing it? No, I'm not going to keep playing it. I'm never going to pick it up. Leave me alone.
So you also hate Gwent.
Yes.
Gwent is shit.
Yes.
Fuck Gwent, man. Gwent is terrible.
I don't
Why
like
does anyone
Gwent.
want to play fucking Gwent?
When that's like the one thing whenever I play through Witcher 3, I'm like, oh, there's this guy at the tavern. Oh, he wants me to go play a round of Gwent. Oh no, I don't want to. Leave me alone. Go away. It's funny that they made a whole separate game for Gwent, like its own standalone game. And I played for a little bit. It looked cool, but I couldn't really get into it. Card games are not like my specialty. I do not like them.
No.
And then the same week, the Nintendo Direct had a showcase that was 40 minutes.
It was quite a good showcase. I enjoyed watching it, although I've seen some weird ones.
There was
Weird responses, sorry.
Yeah. I wrote down like a couple of things that really interested me. But before that, what did you think of the Star Wars Outlaws gameplay?
I think it looks pretty good, but I'm like, I don't know if I'll play this because Ubisoft's burned me too much, and I'm like, if it's free on Game Pass, I'll play it. But otherwise, I'm like, somebody would have to buy it for me. I'm not that excited for it, but it's also like, I don't know, the Ubisoft thing kind of killed it for me a bit, and I was like, I don't trust Ubisoft anymore.
Yeah, but what if it has story significance, AC? What if there's like a secret Luke cameo in it? Like how there was a Boba Fett cameo in Jedi Survivor.
Hmm.
He does not sound
I don't know,
excited.
my brain just was like.
But that's your brain every time, every day.
That's true.
Okay, so Nintendo Direct. It was 40 minutes long. I think it started off with Mario and Luigi Brothership, which is
It did.
which is a new game in the Mario and Luigi series. I wrote down, it looks like the old Mario and Luigi's games, but just in 3D, which was interesting. I'll probably give it a shot when it releases November 7th, which is my birthday.
Oh, you're gonna play a new Mario game. It's
On
as
my
old as it's
birthday.
gonna be. Yeah. Best
And
birthday present there is. It's a me, Mario.
it's a me, Luigi.
Luigi.
And apparently it's been 9 years since the last Mario and Luigi's game. And as you guys know, the Mario and Luigi studio closed like a couple years ago. And I did read that some of the Mario and Luigi devs are working on Brothership, so that's going to be nice.
Nice.
Then they revealed South Park fake game Hello Kitty Island Adventure launches next year.
That sounds kind of hilarious.
Which, if you guys don't know, there was a World of Warcraft episode in South Park, which is like super famous. They get at Butters because they think he's playing WoW, but no, he's just playing a game called Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which didn't exist before this game announcement. So South Park basically made this game into an existence.
It'd be really funny if Trey Park was involved in it, or what's the other guy's name? I can't remember. I don't even remember. I know he works with his buddy.
Yeah,
I
Trey
don't know.
Parker, and then something. I forgot the name of the other dude.
So you've also forgotten what his fucking name is. You're like, It'd be funny if the South Park creators were involved in this
Yeah.
game, just for the joke of it. Like,
And then these are not like all the reveals. Some of the reveals I just didn't really care. But the ones I'm talking about are the ones that
Donkey
really
Kong
stuck
looks
out.
pretty cool.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country HD. I played the original one on Wii. And this is the Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is going to have 80 levels. So it's going to have levels that were in the Wii version and then the 3DS version. And it comes out January 16th next year. And
That actually sounds kind of sick.
I'm probably going to check it out. It looks really cool.
I think you're gonna play the HD remakes for both Dragon Quest 1 through 3. They're all
No.
coming out on different days, but you're not gonna play any of them.
No, the only reason I wrote it down is because it was like really interesting. So Dragon's Quest 3 is getting an HD 2D remake announced for November 14th of this year. And then they also revealed that Dragon's Quest 1 and 2 are going to get an HD 2D remake as well. It's not really something I'm interested in, but if you like the Dragon's Quest series, then that's there for you.
You don't like Dragon Quest? Did you never play them?
No, I'm not like Ichiban, okay? I'm not obsessed with Dragon's Quest. I played the
Not
most
even a
recent
little bit.
one, the one that had the guy that looked like Trunks. But I couldn't really get into it all that much.
14. You couldn't play 14.
Yeah.
All of Final Fantasy 14. 15, sorry. 15. And
Was it-
16.
Oh, are you talking about you or me?
You. Duh. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games.
So when it comes to Final Fantasy, I played the one with Lightning, 7 remake. Or sorry, I've never played the original Final Fantasy 7. I played the remake, and I played the one with the most recent one with Clive, which was like 16.
Seriously, they have a guy named Clive. That is the most anticlimactic name. You also did play the one with Noctis, didn't you?
No, well, I played a little bit of it, but I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, interesting.
And his name is Clive Rossfield, and he's super awesome. Okay, he turns into Ifrit.
What's your name? What's your name? My good. Hello, hero. What's your name? Clive. My name's fucking Clive. Bruh, I've come to save the day. What's your name, great hero who saved the day? Clive.
Oh, what's your name, Cloud? Oh, what's your name, Noctis?
Hey, Cloud's cool because it's different. What's your name? Noctis. Dude, fucking what? That's a great name. Terrible character, just Sasuke Light, but still a great name.
Sasuke Light. Well, you could be right. I've never played enough of the game to really understand like his
Sasuke,
character.
but kind of worse.
The only thing that I know of him that he doesn't like eating vegetables on his burgers. I remember apparently there's like a boss fight in that Final Fantasy game where you fight one of your party members. Or no, you play as the party member fighting Noctis, and the whole reason is because you want him to eat his vegetables. That's it. Which is funny.
Hilarious.
But a really big announcement that I'm really excited for is Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. And I wrote yes, fuck yes, releases this year. And the reason why this is such a big deal is because I'm a big Marvel vs. Capcom fighting Marvel vs. Capcom.
Never played those games.
Why did you have to burp?
You're gonna burp? You're gonna burp?
No, because we're recording and I gotta
burp?
keep it professional.
Dude, the whole point of this is two idiots gaming, man.
Oh my
Don't do
god.
idiot behavior, then it's not idiot enough.
Oh, I hate you. I just burped right now. Hopefully my recording didn't pick it up. But
Recording did pick up you burping again, eh?
so
You didn't want to burp.
shut up. I'm trying to read this.
Burping aloud.
So if you guys don't know, there's a thing with me that if I hear someone burp or like say the word burp, I have to burp in response. It's super fucking weird.
Burp so many fucking times. It's so funny that we got him to do it once by typing the word burp like 5 times and just discussing him as so burps a lot.
Can I continue? Can I finish?
Sure.
So, I first started Marvel vs. Capcom with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I have really fond memories of playing that game in like a Mr. Gaddy's arcade. And then I really got into Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and then Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I didn't really play Marvel vs. MVCI, which is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But now that they're releasing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on current gen, like a collection with the other ones. Let me look it up real quick to see what exactly is coming on that collection, because I know that it's gonna be MVC2 and then X-Men Children of the Atom. Let's see, game list. So it's gonna have X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Street Fighter.
Foider.
Marvel
What
Super.
happened to your pronunciation? Did you just like give
I had
up
a stroke when I was reading that. Okay.
It's like,
Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 1 Clash of Superheroes, and then Marvel vs. Capcom 2, as well as the Punisher arcade game, beat 'em up.
answer me this: how the fuck do any of these Street Fighter characters survive against the fucking Hulk or like Wolverine? Like, these are people with actual super strength, right?
Ow.
Showing they can pick up several hundred tons of something. Right?
It's simple. It's because they're balanced to make it a fun fighting game.
Oh, did you hear about the new Dragon Ball game?
Oh
The
yeah,
one that's
Sparking
based off
Zero.
the Sparkling Zero is based off Tenkaichi, right?
Yeah.
And that it's going to be deliberately unbalanced, the same way the Tenkaichi games were.
I saw
I'm
like
so fucking excited for that.
I saw a little bit of gameplay where they showed off how Mr. Satan plays, and he doesn't fly, obviously, because he doesn't use ki, but he doesn't have his jetpack either. He just like runs around on the ground, which is really funny.
But I love it. Like, it's Mr. Satan, you can play as Mr. Satan. You just won't be able to fly, shoot ki blast. You'll just shout at a guy as they fly above you and be like, Bro, what the fuck? I'm just gonna drop a bomb on you.
I can't wait to
It's
play
so
that.
goddamn funny.
I can't wait
It's
to
so
play
funny.
that and just play as Broly, because I think they're obviously gonna obviously gonna have like super characters like Beerus, like
Broly.
Whis, and like Broly, but like Dragon Ball Super version of
I think
Broly.
they'll probably include both versions of Broly just for the sake of fans of both. Because
Yeah.
I think it's going to have one of the biggest rosters ever for one of these games. Because I remember the Tenkaichi roster was fucking humongous. It had like every character from Dragon Ball ever, where you could play as like the Supreme Kai, the unfused Supreme Kai, the fused Supreme Kai, and then his like friend Kai, and then you could play as the old man Kai for some
God, there,
reason.
I saw
And, like,
like some of the character
Videl.
list for Sparking Zero, and there's like so many different versions of Goku and Vegeta.
I wish it. I
There's
wish
like base form. There's Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. There's one with like Goku with like the power pole. There's like super like God. There's like God Blue. There's like Gogeta, Vegito.
Vegito. I do hope they do the thing that they did with Tenkaichi, where you could actually like create fusions like mid match and like actually do fusions mid match instead
I think they did show off that, like if you have Goku and Vegeta, you can fuse to make Vegito and Gogeta.
Yeah, you had to have like you picked a certain thing in your like loadout and then you could turn into them, and I think that I've always thought that was a really cool idea that you could do that. Like I always liked the transforming mid match kind of vibe, as opposed to like you start as the transformed version, you have to like work to do it, so you can't just straight up go into it. I always liked that. I always thought it was.
So
It felt more in character.
I saw that I was gonna say Vegito, but Vegeta and Goku do like the fusion dance. I'm wondering if
That's
there's
great.
gonna be like a Potara earring one for the other fusion.
Vegito,
Yeah,
because fusion dance gives you Gogeta, and then it's also weird that the two different fusions have like different slightly different personalities and different names.
yeah.
I love the fact that like the Potara kind of puts Vegeta more at the front of the personality, so it's more Vegeta and less Goku.
But yeah, but if
Hence,
you
like,
look
Vegito.
if you look at like Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 and then Super Saiyan 3 of Goku, like each one like altered his personality more.
Yeah. He became more and more violent. It's so weird. It's so funny because he's like 1, 2, 3. He like gets more and more like aggro, and then God, it's like whoop, back to 1 again.
Yeah. There was another. Oh, go ahead.
I always liked the design more of Super Saiyan 2 over 3, and I never understood why they didn't use that for like Super Saiyan God, or make Super Saiyan God the Super Saiyan God hair look like completely different.
I really liked Super Saiyan 3 just because the hair got longer. And I grew up in the era where people were making like fake transformations of Goku. And like Super Saiyan
6.
like Super Saiyan 4's like his hair like completely covering like the screen.
I remember that being fucking hilarious. But like you can see in those pictures you've got up there on the screen, you can see there was Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, from Super Saiyan 4 from GT.
Yeah.
I really liked
Also,
this form.
I liked that they went more monkey with it. Like it, I thought it was such a cool idea to like go more and more monkey.
Yeah, look at this one, Super Saiyan 5. It's just all the hair.
So, I kind of prefer that they went with the like God key and then it changed, but I still wish they kept Super Saiyan 4 because I always liked the design. I just thought it looked fucking cool.
Super Saiyan 100.
Oh, there's one that was like.
Look,
10
see this
million.
is the one I'm talking about. Super Saiyan 100. Look at it.
It's so dumb.
It's all his hair.
It's just so much hair, and I'm like,
It's
what's
so
the
dumb.
point? I kind of like the idea of it just being like a lot of hair.
Yeah.
I kind of like it because it looks like energy around him, but I'm also like, okay, so much in the fucking way while you're trying to fight.
Dude,
I'm like-
imagine they create a new Super Saiyan transformation. It's just Goku bald, but it's like his strongest one yet. Like Super Saiyan, like what Super Saiyan are we up to? 4?
No, so well, technically it's 4 if you count GT, right?
Okay,
Parallel
so like
universe.
5.
Parallel universe goes to GT, right? And then Super is like you get
God,
Super Saiyan
yeah.
God, but that's like resetting the tiers. So when they get the God, they go, that's like diverging from just Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not Super Saiyan plus God Chi. It's like its own thing where Super Saiyan Blue is kind of supposed to be a combination thing, but it's really fucking weird and confusing.
Dude,
It
yeah.
doesn't make sense.
There's so many.
And then there's like Ultra Instinct, which is just kind of
Its own
baseball
thing.
with like silver hair and like
And then you have like Mastered Ultra Instinct.
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about where it like goes silver hair and but then he's like untouchable, but he also ostensibly hasn't actually mastered it. And then there's like
Yeah, but Ultra Instinct.
Ego. So there's another one that's recent in the like Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Super
that has
manga
that's Vegeta.
Vegeta's, and that's Ultra Ego, which is like the opposite of Ultra Instinct, where he like plays hardcore into just his own thing, and he gets more god like powers up the God Chi and kind of becomes more like Whis, Beerus.
Yeah.
So he can do like the god attacks, and it's like, oh, that's weird, but he gets purple hair and loses his fucking eyebrows.
It's so
It looks
dumb.
so goddamn funny. Purple hair, but no eyebrows. Who needs eyebrows when you got superpowers?
So I got introduced to Ultra Ego when Death Battle did a video of Vegeta versus Thor, and that's like the only instance of me knowing what Ultra Ego was. And of course Thor won. That was a really good episode.
That always annoys people when the like superhero Western character wins.
Oh yeah.
Same with Superman versus Goku.
The whole-
Everyone gets so
yeah.
angry that Goku lost. And I'm like, it makes sense that Goku would lose. Superman is kind of weirdly
It's
very
like
broken.
overpowered.
It's weird because he is overpowered, but I wouldn't call him because his whole deal is a bit different to Goku's, where Goku's is like get more powerful to overcome, right?
Mhm.
And Superman's is kind of control to protect. So he's like forcing himself down so he doesn't kill things.
Mhm.
There is a movie out, I just can't remember what it's called, where he fights Manchester Black, right?
Oh yeah, that one.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
It's so good because it's like, okay, Superman's not like Batman, where Batman will definitely never kill him, right? Superman gives the vibe where if you push him hard enough, he will fucking kill you, and it will not be hard. He just chooses to like restrain himself as much as he can, and then when you push him over that limit, he will just fucking lobotomize you, and you're like, you fucking what? Like Superman's could be way more brutal, but like.
So if you guys are curious, like the whole premise of that movie is that there's like a new superhero team that come out and they just start killing criminals, and Superman has a problem with that, but everyone else is like, oh yeah, the superhero team is like killing criminals. Oh yeah, we wish like Superman did that, and then eventually it gets to a point where Superman like snaps and starts like killing the criminals.
No, yeah.
They're like vigilantes, if anything.
Yeah,
So they
but
get
they're,
into like a fight
like-
with Superman, and then he stoops to their level, and he starts like killing
they-
them off one by one, and then it all ends with like a fight with Manchester Black, and Manchester Black's like, "No, you don't do this. You can't do this," and like Superman just like gives him like a lobotomy, but not in the sense that he just basically like narrows his heat vision through Manchester Black's eyes, and basically like takes his powers away. And then
it's so fucking brutal. You're like,
and then
hell.
he reveals that he hasn't been killing the Manchester Black's teammates. It's basically he has like super robots that are there at his Fortress of Solitude that has been like snagging them away and like putting them in like restraints and stuff.
yeah. So he's been capturing them, but like he has been taking them to like the brink of death, like overpowering them, like to like fighting them at the point where like he was just completely overpowering them with no effort at
Mhm.
all. Like, you
And
could
it's
see him
it
just being
scared everyone in Metropolis. Like, you don't have to do this, Superman. Don't be like them.
He's like, he's not. He actively chooses to be kind and
Mhm.
good, but it's like it also reminds me of the thing of people being like, Homelander would fuck up Superman because he just
No.
used Superman's weakness
No.
against him, and like, and you're like, not a chance. You think this fucking man child could fight Superman? No. Like, I can see how people would think that maybe him doing some scummy shit to like maybe slow him down, where he like tries to kill civilians and stuff to fight Superman, but like also nothing's ever like, I know in the last episode of The Boys in episode 4 of season 4,
Mhm.
like it's revealed that he did get tortured and it did like hurt him, but it never broke his skin or like
Yeah.
damaged him. It was just like deeply uncomfortable for him. But like, it would be very different if you try to fight Superman, who would like actively kick the crap out of it, make him feel like a man.
It's just like another another video that Death Battle did where they put Homelander against Omni-Man,
Oh,
and
yeah,
Omni-Man
Man
just
wins.
wrecked Homelander.
Easily.
Just like, it was like no contest. That was so funny. Oh, also fun fact, Omni-Man in that episode was voiced by Kiryu's English voice actor,
Huh.
Young Ye.
That's good. Yeah.
But back on topic, a new Legend of Zelda game was announced, Echoes of Wisdom.
It looks
It's
so cool.
if you guys played the Link's Awakening remake, it's basically like the same art style, but you play as Zelda instead of Link. It launches September 26th. It looks pretty cool. I probably won't check it out, but if you're interested in another not mainline Legend of Zelda game like Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, then you probably want to play it.
Yeah.
Stray, which is the game where you play as a cat, is coming to Switch. I played it a long time ago when it released on PlayStation, and it comes
I still
holiday
haven't played
this
it.
year.
I still have not played that. I keep wanting to, and then I'm like, I'll play something else. And then I did see the thing about the Tales of the Shire thing.
Yeah, The Hobbit. It's a new Hobbit
Yeah.
game. Looks like Stardew Valley mixed with Animal Crossing.
That
I
does-
don't
that
know if
feels
there's
right
gonna
for it.
be any multiplayer. But me and Garo have been really interested in this one. So if there is multiplayer, then we'll probably play it together. And it
Yeah.
releases this holiday.
That sounds great. I hope they have the Hobbit theme from the movies, though, because that is one of the best pieces
Mhm.
of music to associate with like a character ever.
They did show off like some gameplay.
Mhm.
And I think Gandalf's in it. I don't know if it ties into like the Lord of the Rings story. But it's probably gonna be like its own one-off thing.
Yeah.
But they ended it off like really well with Metroid Prime 4 finally being shown off with gameplay, and they showed off the new title Beyond, and it's funny because it was announced in 2017's E3 event. That's like 7 years ago. And famously, they had to restart development. So the gameplay that they showed off looks exactly like Metroid Prime, which released on the GameCube and then came out on the Wii. So if you guys have played Metroid Prime, you're gonna be right at home with Beyond. It looks really cool. I haven't played any of the Metroid Prime games besides one, and that was like when I was a little kid on the GameCube. But hopefully they bring back the Metroid Prime games on the Switch, like on a collection that maybe I could play and stream. I was actually really surprised that they showed off something, because we'd been like every single Nintendo Direct, we've been like wanting something like an update on Metroid Prime 4. And finally, they bring something.
7 years later.
Yeah, 7 years later is like such a long time
But
ago.
also apparently most of the footage looks too good for the Switch, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh no,
which
this
makes
is
me think
probably going to
that
be for the
be on the
follow-up
Switch
for
too.
the next Switch 2 or whatever the fuck they're going to call it. Probably because Switch 2 does not feel right for how they label Nintendo names their shit. Because
Yeah.
they don't go 2 of any, as far as I can tell, they haven't done a 2 for anything.
So they had the Wii, and then they had the Wii U, and then they had the DS, and then they had the 2DS and the 3DS.
Well, yeah, they just had the. I think because I know it used to be Game Boy, then Game Boy Color, then Game Boy Advance, then
Yeah.
Game Boy. Then it was the DS. Then it was the 3DS. Then it was. Then they kind of merged Wii U and their mobile and like station and home console systems into one thing, and that's how we ended up with the Switch.
Yeah. It's all the portability of the Wii U, but not as bad as the Wii U apparently. Uh,
I didn't. I never saw a Wii U ever in my entire life.
Dude, when I went
you
to
had
when I
it.
went to Wisconsin, I went to Garrow's siblings' home, and they had a Wii U just sitting on their TV stand.
Huh.
I was like, "Oh wow, does that still work?" And they said, "Oh, probably. I haven't turned it on though."
Mm.
And my cousin also had a Wii U that was really cool. But that's all it for like the stuff that we were missing last week that we missed last week.
Yeah.
So I think we're ready to get on with like some of the news that happened this week. Um,
Fortunately, this week was not that big on stuff. It's just like the weird shit with Doctor Disrespect, which
really
everyone's
weird.
talking about. And that's like, oh, he was being.
So if you guys don't know who Doctor Disrespect is, he is he is a big currently a big YouTube streamer. But before on YouTube, he was on a Twitch streamer. His whole character is like he's like 2-time winning game champion. He's like disrespectful to other people. It's all like a character and stuff. But a while back, he was banned for seemingly no reason on Twitch, and that's when he moved to YouTube. But like a couple of days ago, an ex-Twitch employee opened up why he was banned. Quote, he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could be read in plain text. Case closed, gang. And you might think, okay, it's probably just a Twitch employee that was didn't really have a good relationship with Dr. Disrespect, hearsay kind of stuff, right? But it doesn't stop there. Midnight Society, which is a game studio he co-founded, has cut ties with him. I think that just happened yesterday or the day before. Quote, on Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Bayham, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, and in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Bayham immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players. So,
Yeah.
they obviously found something that really, really sealed the deal with their decision to part ways with Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, there was definitely something fucking scuffed happening there that you just want to avoid.
So what does this mean? Well, it means that Midnight Society must have found some real incriminating evidence in order to get rid of him, of Dr.
Yeah,
Disrespect. You don't just cut ties with someone over some allegations. You need hard proof, which it sounds like they found.
I don't know how I feel about this because I know literally nothing about Dr. Disrespect. I never watched his streams. I heard about
Mm-hmm.
it years ago when the first when he got banned from Twitch. I was like, oh, I have no idea who that is. And then I followed that up by not caring and never looking into it because
Yeah.
he was some dude and his whole like gimmick seemed kind of dull, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I don't know what he's gonna do forward. Cause I saw like a clip of him when he was playing the Elden Ring DLC. He got like a text on his phone, and then he just like ended stream after that. I know that he talked about maybe like retiring, because apparently Midnight Society was that whole thing with the game studio was going to be his fallback plan. So now that they've cut ties with him, he can either like keep streaming or just like retire and just go away from the limelight. Because I don't think there's anything legally that could happen with him. There was the thing with Twitch was closed, and they even paid out his contract.
That's true.
I mean, the only thing that could happen is like the court of public opinion just cancels him because of the
But then he just loses
the
his
sexting.
ability to stream. He just kind of loses his ability to stream. So if he retires, it doesn't matter that much.
I don't know if he'd lose his ability to stream on YouTube, because it's like an off-platform thing. Twitch is different from YouTube, so YouTube doesn't operate under the same standards as Twitch. But we already have like fans and stuff clamoring to his side, saying that they'll stay with him no matter what, like sheep,
That happens.
basically. Yeah, that happens with every big like
every
content
big-
creator.
There's like someone who's like, "Oh, we're gonna stick." And it's like, who probably doesn't give a shit. Or and even if they're really weirdly shitty people,
Yeah.
stick with it. I'm like, what the fuck? Except for lolcows. Lolcows are a whole nother deal, and they're we'll look into those one day. Just being like, what the fuck is internet culture, man? It's just
Dude, the internet it's just like a shitty place, especially
so
when
deranged.
like so you to tie it back to like the latest Boys episode. You remember when Firecracker got exposed for having sexual relations with that 15-year-old kid in the show?
Yeah.
And then she immediately went on to say like, "Oh, God put that kid on my path so I could find the light of God and Jesus and all that stuff," and everyone believed her immediately.
So stupid.
And remember last week when I said, "Oh, that part that happened in the show," I could immediately believe that would happen in real life.
I can also immediately believe Americans just straight up believing that and like lapping it up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. As an outsider who's seen it happen a few times, I'm like, what the fuck? you do fucking what?
Yeah, it's just like it's just a mirror to the current reality. Yeah, not much to really go on until more information comes forward regarding that.
Moving
What's up?
on from Dr. Disrespectful, who is some guy, we're going to move on to talking about Tom and Jerry and how much of a great impact it's had on the lives of all of us. We all now want to hit mice with mallets. Or at least Chris does. I can't speak for anyone else.
I don't want to hit mice with mallets. But I won't deny that Tom and Jerry has been really impactful. Where were you going with this whole thing with?
Oh no, I just wanted to
Tom
talk
and
about
Jerry.
Tom and Jerry because I was also playing Multiverses and there were like 3 Multiverses. So I was like, you know what? Let's talk about Tom and Jerry. They're in my brain now.
Are they fun to play as?
Yeah, they're pretty fun, but it's also like you just kind of surround a guy with two and then beat the shit out of him. I beat the shit out of Batman with him and Superman. He was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Multiverses. I got back into it when they released Jason, but I haven't really been playing a lot of it. I used to play a bunch of it back when it was still in beta. I used to main Garnet.
Oh, I've decided I'm maining Bugs, so I've played Bugs a lot.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny is pretty fun in that game.
He's pretty fun, but it's also like I'm playing him because Bugs Bunny.
Hmm.
What's up, Doc?
Oh man. So the last bit of news comes from Matt Booty, which is head of Xbox. Tango GameWorks possibly closed due to changing creative leadership. Quote, there are a lot of things that go into success for a game. What leadership do you have? What creative leadership do you have? Is the team the same team that shipped something successful previously? And regards to Tango founder Shinji Mikami, who left the company last year. Apparently, Mikami was more in a mentorship role for Hi-Fi Rush and set up the studio to operate fine without him. So people think they would be fine with the new talent they developed. Yeah. Considering what Tango GameWorks made with Hi-Fi Rush and how big of a hit that was, I don't know. I still find it really not that good that they closed that really good studio right after they made such a really good game that received like global praise. I know that me and you played it and we both enjoyed it quite a bit. It was a breath of fresh air when it came out.
Yeah. I played the shit out of that game. It was so good. I want more games like that with like really unique, weird ideas as opposed to first-person shooter number 56.
Yeah.
I like Halo more because Halo is like completely different,
Mm-hmm.
like vibes-wise.
Well, I think that's gonna be it for the podcast right now. You have any closing words before we go ahead and end it out, AC?
Not really. Nothing that comes to mind straight away. I'm not sure. But I will say this: next time we're probably gonna end up talking more about games than anything else, and it's gonna be deranged games like
Yeah.
Alien Isolation that we need to make Chris play because that'd be really fucking funny. Can you imagine Chris walking around the corner? Fuck! I
Yeah,
just got attacked by a xenomorph who ate my face. Again.
Yeah. I haven't played Alien Isolation. I think I have it. I think maybe it's free on Game Pass. I'm not too sure. I'd have to look it up, but I wouldn't be
I know.
opposed to playing it.
I say you should definitely play it on stream, especially because that shit would be so funny. You just have to be open to being scared because the first half it's like, okay, it's okay, let's go. What the fuck? Like the moment the xenomorph turns up, you're just like, I'm hiding under fucking beds now.
So, what else are you going to be streaming this week?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be streaming a bunch of stuff.
You want to let the listeners know what you're going to be streaming and when and what time?
So it's hard to say because I'm streaming South African time, so time zones and all that. But South African time, I'm probably gonna be streaming from like 2 p.m. South African Standard Time. Oh my beautiful.
Your beautiful
What's
what?
it called? Twitch channel called AC Skulker, specifically AC Skulker 97. If you put just AC Skulker, you'll find some rando who no one's ever heard of before. I'm going to be streaming with one of my other buddies.
And what are you guys going to be playing?
We're going to be playing through Halo, starting with Halo Reach. It's going to be great.
And for me, let's see, my work schedule is pretty packed this week, but it's basically like 9 to 5, opening to midday. But I'm probably going to be playing some games when I get off work. Let's see, what can I play? Me and you still have to play Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, although I suspect that's going to be on Thursday. Most Thursdays.
On Thursday, I work 9 to 5 CST.
Which days do you not work? I thought it was Thursdays.
Oh, it varies from week to week. Like this week,
Oh,
I
okay.
was off today and yesterday, which is why I
Oh.
messaged you like, "Hey, download Resident Evil 6 so we can play it today."
I did download it. It is installed. It does run fine.
I don't
I
know.
just
Would
had a
you
busy day
you have a busy day so you won't be able to play it today?
Yeah. I need to go. I'm going climbing and stuff with my buddy. I'm a big climber. Love climbing. Not strong climber. Well, not super strong yet, but I am working on it, and I need to get that exercise in. Otherwise, I'm gonna just become part of my chair. I don't leave this chair much. I need to get out, man. I need to socialize with more people. I work from here. I'm an editor, man. My YouTube channel it's starting to get some cool stuff. Your YouTube channel is starting to get some cool shit. I am making a lot of cool shit, although most of it's small edits. But still, it is going. It's editing. It's starting up. Also, I'm working on a short film that I've been shooting, and I'm probably going to finish shooting this weekend. So that's coming as well.
Ooh, is it Star Wars related, like the last one?
Oh no! This one's more SCP related, and it's kind of like a short horror short with this creepy vibe going of a guy stuck alone in a dimension.
Ooh, okay, that sounds cool. As for me, I'll probably play some stuff when I get off work. I've been wanting to play this new game called not a new game, but the game I just got called Killer Frequency. That sounds cool. It's like a first-person horror game set in a radio station where you gotta help people that are getting murdered by like a serial killer.
Are you gonna play it with Ghetto?
Yeah, hopefully. When they feel better. I also just got this game called Death Must Die. It looks like a like zombie survivors kind of game. It would be nice to play that.
Cool.
Also, Dave the Diver. I don't know if you heard of that game, but I just got it on PlayStation. I got some other other games like on PlayStation and Xbox that I'd love to play.
I've got a million games. I'm not even kidding. Like my Steam library is oversaturated with just like random shit I could install and play. Like I got Project Zomboid that's just lurking there.
Yeah, me too.
Which is good. I've never played. I think I installed it at one point and then never played it and uninstalled it. Hey, why do I have Call of Duty Black Ops? I would never play that.
Oh, I can't wait for the new Black Ops that's gonna come out.
Why?
Well, I'm just gonna play it for the campaign and then maybe for zombies, but that's it. I don't really give two shits about the multiplayer.
Well, that's fair.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for the Two Idiot Gamers podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to share it with people. Word of mouth, get more people listening and watching, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
get more vibes going.
Yeah.
While we still like work out the kinks of how.
We're still getting used to this.
Yeah.
But can you believe we've been like recording for like an hour and a half by now? It flies when we have stuff to talk about. But yeah, thank you AC for joining me today, and thank you guys for listening. We will catch you guys next week. But until then, have a good one.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.